Lucas. I'm the co-founder of Electrophonic Innovations, and we make electric guitars with amplifiers, speakers, and full electronics inside. Well, my longtime friend and partner, Joe Floyd, he had a dream about a guitar that was self-contained, that sounded like it was a big amp, and you could walk around and play it anywhere. And he invented this idea. This is the prototype right here. And he showed it to me, and I said, I looked at it, I turned it over, I said, yes. And one of the things that's nice about this guitar is all this knowledge and technology and experience have been built in, so that when you sit down and just turn it on and strum a chord on this thing, it sounds like you'd spent hours in the studio dialing in the tone. So if you only know one chord and you're just a beginner and you strum it, you sound like a pro and you feel like a rock star because it looks like a rock guitar. So there's two of the most important things about playing: feeling like a rocker and sounding like a rocker. And the way we achieve this is with these channels in the guitar, which are tuned and resonate with the speaker and the body, and it allows us to achieve a tone quality that you could never get out of a solid body guitar, ever. And it was so complex to build, the only way we could do it was with some sort of computer-aided system. And at that point, we decided it's time to go pro. So we started looking at CNC machines that were capable of doing, tight work like this. We actually did our homework and we're obsessive compulsive, so we really dialed it in. And we met Chris over at CNC Factory and Gina, and they gave us the tour, and we were pretty impressed. And we ultimately landed with Chris, and we're very happy we did, because he's been very helpful in helping us get this thing off the CNC table and into players' hands. The attention from Chris was a big plus for us, because this was a big step going to a pro machine. And generally they make 8-foot by 4-foot CNC machines. And we felt like that's a lot of space, a lot of work area. So when Chris showed us his machine in 8x4 configuration, and we looked at it and said, well, we would do this if you guys made a 4x4. And he said, done. I'll make you a 4x4. And we went, what? You mean a 4x4 with 8 automatic tool changing with 8 tools? He says, no, with 10 tools. We're gonna make you a 4x4 with 10 tool changes. Wow, automatic tool changes, 4x4, personal attention. Couldn't argue with that. It was great. So in the meantime, we needed to make some guitars, and he says, I'll give you a 4x8 to use in the meanwhile. Boom, done deal. We said, Chris is our man, and he's got a great crew that he came out here, set it up, and we're just finished dialing it in. We're pretty happy. It's very exciting. We'll have a look at it. So here's our hunk of wood, basically. And this represents the bit that's going to carve it. And I've programmed in all my geometry, and then what I get is an actual cut to simulate what's going to happen. So it's going to drill some holes. Let me speed this up a little bit. It's going to make all these parts, like pickup holes. It's going to drill it out. There's the neck pocket. So that's sitting out on the machine out in back. Let's go take a look. So here's that block of wood that was green on the computer. Now it's actual poplar. And I put it onto my vacuum table. There are different vents around the table, so I have to channel them up here. So this is my little markings here, A and B. So I open up A and B right here, Here's A, here's B. Close off C and D. Now that has a vacuum on it as soon as I turn it on, which is right here. Now there's no way you can pick this up. It's stuck. Turn it off. Boom. The beauty of a powerful vacuum table. And we're going to turn on the dust collection. Very important. Collect your dust. Would you like to start the machine or shall I do it? You want it? I'll do it. See ya. Say goodbye to that wood. It's going to turn into a guitar.
Our machining required to build these guitars is very complex, probably more complex than any other guitar, electric guitar ever made. So it requires a lot of precision in the equipment that we use. And so we can very efficiently carve the top, the bottom, and the inside. And of course it's got servo motors and 12 horsepower spindle, so it's very powerful and precise. The Viper really turned out to be the perfect choice for us. Get a CNC machine. It's the only way to do it. This would be nearly impossible to do with regular power tools.